Welcome back to the show. I'm here with Susan and Joanne, and we're here to talk about a new book. And what is that book? The ABCs of Compassion, Love, and Action. And is it English and French?
It is.
It is. So you're the author. What inspired you to write this book?
I'm actually one of the authors. The book is co-authored by the students and staff and principal, Joanne, of St. Henry's Junior Elementary School, which is a French immersion school. And I had actually written and launched a few of my alphabet books at the school, and they got inspired and decided to write on the theme of the Catholic School Division, which is Compassion is Love in Action. And so, yes, we've been very fortunate to launch Susan's books at our school. And when she had contacted us in the fall about her new book, which was the alphabet of the first Christmas, I thought, I wonder if there's something that we could do with that launch, and also then writing our own book and taking the theme for this school year. Compassion is Love in Action. That inspired us to write our own alphabet book with lots of support from Susan, but also it is a combined effort of all of our students and all of our staff, as well as a local teacher as well, Yvette Butel, who did the editing for the French part of the book.
So on the inside, I see there's lots of images on every page. Are they drawn by the children?
Absolutely. Once we... It was a lot of process, a lot of things happening before we got to the illustrations. Susan's been to our school several times, and each session she did something new. So in the first session, we brainstormed words that would fit with each letter of the alphabet that had to do with compassion. We did this both in French and in English, and I think you said we had about 2,000 words after all was said and done. From there, we had to shortlist the words. So Susan spoke to the students about what it means to shortlist and pick out words that we thought would be suitable for the book. Then we had to come up with each of the sayings that would go in the book to go with each letter. Once all of that was completed, then we could finally look at the illustrations, and we learned very quickly the illustrations really need to match the word that we have chosen. So by that point, the students were very familiar with the book, or with the idea of the book, and then most of those pictures, the illustrations, at least 2 students worked on every one of them.
So there was a lot of involvement from the kids as well with the actual book. And so did they, obviously they helped write as well. Was it English and French that they wrote, or was it more English and then kind of translated over after?
It's not a translated book, because we found there's words in English that don't translate to the same letter of the alphabet in French. So it's actually 2 separate books in one.
So where can you pick up the books if people want to get a hand on a copy?
Well, right now they're sitting in my office at the school, so they can contact St. Henry's Junior Elementary School in Melville, and we would be able to help people get a copy of the book.
And they're beautiful books, like they're very well published. Is there any plans to have them in libraries or anywhere else, like outside of the Melville area?
Well, they're going to be in our school library, and probably in school libraries in our area, in our school division. We know that some of these books are traveling all the way to Arusha, Tanzania, but really they're going to be sold through the school.
And any plans to make any more books with the school?
Absolutely, and not just Ecole St. Henry Junior, but any school that's whose officials are looking on, they're free to contact me at susanharris.ca. This book was published through my own imprint, White Lily Press, and we're very, very happy with the quality and the reception that we've received.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming in. It looks like an incredible book. I'd love to get my hands on a copy. The ABCs of Compassion, Love, and Action. Susan and Joanne, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.